What up, Ready Nation, man? How we doing today? How's everything going? This is Coach Gravy with a pop-up show real quick. Sorry about the late invite to the stream. Had some stuff I got to do, some family business to take care of, and go check out somebody, see if they're doing all right. But back, I was planning on doing a show at my normal time, but didn't set it up. But we here. So let everybody know. Get to your peoples. Tell them, hey, Coach Gravy's on, and we're gonna get down to business for a little bit. A couple of topics. Don't plan on being here that long. Not like yesterday, but a couple of things that have been going around, like the NFL and the Raiders picked up somebody that I think we can talk about. But if you guys can hear me, if you guys can see me, give me a heads up, and we can see what's going on. You guys can't see me that good because I can't see myself. Oh, you can't see me. Let the beat play for a little bit. But you guys let me know, man. If you can hear me, if you can see me, Edgar, you out there, man, check it out, see what you guys are doing. Get it in the chat and say if you can hear me and see me. Yeah, it looks like you guys can see me because I can see myself. All right. But hey, we got a couple of topics to do. But hey, man, this show right here is powered by me and my boys. You see it right over here on the corner right here. Is myself, Coach Gravy, Renegade 420, and What Up Low, man. The three of us have this show, Ready Nation Live. All of us have our own shows. So if you guys check it out, thank you, Rod. All of us check it out, sub to our shows, hit the like button anytime we're on. We're on all three of them right now. We're hitting on Facebook. We're hitting on X, I think, and some other stuff. So they know about that more than me, man. So salute to everybody that's in the house right now. We're going to pick it up, man. Tell everybody, Ready Nation, get Gravy's out here doing a live for you real quick for a pop-up stogie show. Got the stogie lit up on the 10 o'clock business. I know the time said 10:46 or something, but I just misguided that. Hey, I'm here right now. So I finally get my coffee, got the medicine in me, let it flow in my body a little bit, and then I can have my coffee. So, what's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the Coach Gravy Pop-Up Show. Got a couple of things that I want to talk about. The NFL all at once. You know, people ask me this too on the side. And they ask me, yo, Gravy, what do you think about, you know, the the tush push? You know, it's a big topic. It's a big topic right now because a lot of people, I guess it was on up for the meetings or something like that. Um, they had the meetings to try to ban it, and you know, I took a look at it, and the play is, you know, I'm an offensive guy, but I'm going to tell you this right now: if you're going to bitch about it, see the people that are bitching about it, like the Green Bay president or owner, is bitching about it because they got done on him. You know, you can't stop it, then find a way to stop it. And I understand what the offensively, what you do is that the another player pushes another player, but the defense can't do that because otherwise the defense would push. If you got a nose guard, push a nose guard over the center, and you'll blow him up, and that'll mess up the exchange or things like that. But that's the reason why you cannot do that play. I would just take away pushing a player. You can still do it, but if you get super duper low. But what I think it's going to have to take, first of all, don't put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? Don't put yourself in a 4th and 1. It's going to happen, but try to avoid that. And then if you can't, then you know there's ways that you could gap. There's not really no gaps. It's a great play to put in. It's a rugby play. It's not football, but it's in another country. That's what they do, but it's legal. And there's nothing. The only thing that bothers me, if I was like a head coach or something, would be the pushing part. There's nothing wrong with the quarterback riding his offensive lineman into the end zone, but if you're gonna or first down, but the running backs are the bigger people that push the quarterback over the line or over the first down marker. That's what I have a problem with. That's what I would have a problem with if I was like a head coach or something. But if I was an offensive coordinator, fuck yeah, I would do it if you had the people to do it. See, the only people that do it right is Philly. So basically, what they're talking about is Philly. You know, Bills try it, but I don't think you could. I don't think that the Bills do it because the quarterback is big. You need a guy like you know, Hurts to do it. A real big guy, you know, stock. He got big old legs, so he can grind it. I'm pretty sure he doesn't need a push, but his offensive line is real good. That's the subject, you know, we're talking about. But I got some people in here, man. I wanted to say what's up to Edgar Sosa, first one. What's up, bro? How you doing? Thank you for the heads up, man. That I'm sounding and feeling good. Rock, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Thanks for the heads up. Jeffrey, what's up? Salute Raider Nation family. Raider Paul, what's up? How you doing? Fuck the Cowgirls. They ain't winning shit. Hey, man, that was my. I didn't like doing that, bro. You know, I don't hold it on me. You're gonna have to now, but I just don't feel good about that game. And maybe it can change. I can change my mindset. I'll be rooting for the Raiders, dude. I ain't gonna go in there expecting us to lose a game. I just don't know, bro. I hope we have someone that could cover. I hope we have somebody that could cover those receivers because Pickens is no joke. Now we're gonna depend on, you know, what do we know about Stokes? You know, what do we know about Stokes? We're hearing that he's doing everybody's doing good in OTAs right now. You were watching a video, oh, this guy. How could you say that? There's a select few that are out there watching these things. You can see the videos on the Raider channel. You can see footwork and all this stuff. But I want to talk about that because I was watching it. But people that are popping out, that are content creators with not a lot of, you know, subs and stuff, saying, oh, he's balling out in camp and all this. You know, you kind of take it like bullshit. So That's what I do. But they could have some sources, but I don't think so. Red Ryan, what's up, man? Thank you for being here with Coach Gravy, bro. Let people know, man. Let people know. Hit the notifications when Gravy comes on because you get this pop-up show. But I hope I got you, before you at work, when you riding in the car, or kicking it with your lady, doing something. Hey, put on Coach Gravy, man. Get some Raider game because I'm gonna talk about some stuff today, and we're gonna get busy with it. You guys, let me know what's on your mind. You guys been seeing things, but hey, you guys, we want to look at different information. That's great. I do it all the time, but to see to people saying, I heard that this guy's balling out and this guy's balling out, and you kind of know them, and that's what they usually do to get your view or something like that. Um, it's bullshit because I'm hearing people saying, "Dude, I'll be honest with everybody. I was watching, what the Raiders are providing for us to watch. Um, what we're watching, and people say the AOC is balling out and all the control. So I was looking at this kid's footwork, dude. Not, not, not. His footwork is so slow. Bro. He's so freaking slow. This Cam Miller dude is gonna push Aiden O'Connell. I almost guarantee it because his footwork looks great. Geno's footwork looks great. You know, Aiden O'Connell, I'm pretty sure he has a good arm. But just getting out of the way, he has a problem with that, and that's not a good thing. What you think about the Christian Wilkins injury? Kind of concerning and paying him all that money. Edgar Sosa, yes sir. I was concerned about that, bro. I was talking about it yesterday. Um, like I said, a big man, foot problems. Probably gonna have to deal with it or suffer from it all the time. Get used to hearing that all the time. We're always gonna hear Christian Watkins got a boot on. Christian Watkins, foot would be hurting, taking practice off, missing OTAs, but it's gonna be playing in the game. Yes, I'm very concerned that we paid him all that money, but we can't get mad at the dude. I could get mad at him because he didn't do it playing and doing something, you know. He didn't do it playing something. Jeffrey, what's up? What's up, my boy Dark? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Salute. Salute. Much love. Good to see you back here. Well, Christian Wilkins, I'm upset because it was a bullshit thing that he did. He was playing around, man. He was hype. You understand all the hype and all that stuff, but damn, man, you can't. You're like that, but yeah, but it was just a fluke shit, and then we're gonna have to suffer for it as fans and saying the shit that we're doing. We're getting all this money. The dude got hurt doing something stupid, and that's not right. What up to my boy Cash Lord this morning, man? How you doing, bro? My Fresno brother, man. What's going on, bro? How you doing? I'll be back, man. 28th, I'm coming back over there. Be back at work on the 28th. Got to wait 6 weeks after my surgery, my other one. So I'll be back. Got my job solid, bro. My job solid over there. Can't get rid of me. And plus, I coach the championship football team all the time. My boy Dark. So anybody got concerns with Chris and Wilkins pissed off about it? Do we know the information that we got from this guy how we got injured? Did he get injured doing a play? He didn't a great play. He was celebrating before a great play and busted his foot up over a celebration. That's just as dumb as fucking being dumb. I don't know. Don't do that in football. You don't do that at all. Guys go, yeah, fans are coming on, so I guess you're gonna be on the Holler squad. We'll try it again, bro. You know who won that last year, right? That's bad when the commissioner got to win. Yeah, that's bad when the commissioner got to win the fantasy league because nobody ain't good enough. I want that and Raider Nation Lives, both. See who can hang with that. I'll be confident, man. I'll be confident for the next year too. I already got my team set up. You guys better do your homework with Coach Gravy if you're in my leagues, because You guys got to do it. Get ready. He said, my boy Cashler was talking about Geno Smith. From what I've seen, what the Raiders are providing for the OTAs or whatever we're doing right now, Geno Smith looks good. His footwork is really fast. It's real crisp, good arm motion, slinging the ball really good. They're not really pushing him, but I don't think we can see that. But I think it was true. Chip Kelly's out there guiding them and stuff, but it looked like to me, even on the roster, bro. I'm looking at the roster. Cam Miller is already ahead of Bradley, already from the get. So rookie Cam, this dude impressed people. He's behind Aiden O'Connell. It's gonna be hard for him to beat Aiden O'Connell, but his footwork is way better. Look at that. I don't know which one it was I was watching. I can't bring it up from the garage, but I could bring it up in the. I can't bring it up from here, but I could. It's in my room. I was watching it early in the morning. I get up early in the morning, so it was that, and I was just they had footwork drills where the camera was just zooming on their feet, and he had Olsen right there showing it go like that. It's just Aiden O'Connell just looked all fucking over the place, bro. He looked then not what I want. And I'm not saying that I'm the best quarterback coach because that's not my position by trade. But I know about it. I know what you're supposed to do. I know about the offense that Chip Kelly runs and what you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to have with it. I know that, and Aiden O'Connell is not none of that. Cam Miller is. Geno Smith is kind of awkward with it, but he could get out the way. He could make do, and that's why I think Cam Miller. I don't think Cam Miller he has to get developed, and that might help hold him. He might be third emergency guy, but Bradley's if he's already fourth, then he's pretty much gone. That's a different regime. He's the same way. He got a little bit of throw on him. He can move around. But he's not what Cam Miller is. Cam Miller is getting that dart. He got boom. He's the smallest guy out there. Yeah, not that big. I think he's over 6 feet, but he's not bigger than Geno. He's not taller than I think Bradley's the tallest one out there. I see Thornton too. That they concentrate on the wide receivers too. Cash Lord. Thornton is going to be. He's a real slender guy, and I'm not saying that. I'm just watching him on the TV. Being honest with you, but he's a real slim guy. Yeah, he doesn't look like he hit the weight room a lot, but that's just probably his body. But he's super tall. He's the tallest receiver out there, and he looks like he needs to work on his little route running. But them deep balls, he was there. They were throwing deep balls on that video I was watching. And he could catch too. They got Tucker. That's in my roster, updated roster check. They got Trey Tucker there, but they got Dante Thornton backing up Jacoby. So they got him on the outside. And Matt Moranovich, what's up, man? Thank you for being here with Coach Gravy. Tell somebody, hit the like button for me so we can see what's going on. I expect him to be out there on the outside like that, but I think he needs a little work. If he can overdo it right now, this is when he can do it. And he looks like he's crisp, but he just needs a little bit touch up, maintenance. That's what we call it. He needs some maintenance. That's what he needs. But he's going to be there. He's going to get into the games. So certain situations where we need to get a first down, we need to do a jump ball, the 50 ball, a couple plays a game. You can get in there as a rookie and see what's up. I'm just saying up at long term because he ain't ready. Trey Tucker is ready, but we're just tired of dude being inconsistent. But Trey Tucker's, we got second at Trey Tucker is we got Tommy Mallett. The quarterback is the second backup to Trey Tucker. And we got Beck starting already. That's just starting already. I don't know. It just says wide receiver, wide receiver, wide receiver. But I'm pretty sure he's a slot guy. And he's getting bit. He's getting busy too because I see his route runs. They were doing quick ends and out and ups. They were doing post corners. They were doing post routes. Quick game. They were working on the quick game because I could tell how fast the ball was coming up and they were under center. Um, but I like to see that Chip Kelly goes under center a lot, and you don't see. That's why Aiden O'Connell ain't gonna fit for me because he ain't gonna be under center. He'll get sacked before he even gets a 3-step drop. But that's why I'm thinking. Why did we invest in a quarterback early? And I don't give a shit if it was Shedeur Sanders or what. But Shedeur Sanders, I don't think would have pushed Geno Smith yet. But he's pushing people in Cleveland because those quarterbacks ain't good. Geno Smith is good. Watson has his talents, but he just ain't done it, man. He got a lot of injuries and he's fucked up dude. He's a messed up person. I don't know. I'm done with what he does. And that's not for football. Shit like that isn't for football. Whole bunch will be in court right now with Diddy and shit for what he does. You breaking people off to shut up, then hey, something wrong with you, bro. You did that shit. But we got Tommy Mellett, bro, right behind Trey Tucker. And that's what I'm concerned about. We got some free agents out there that we don't think that we got a wide receiver problem. Let's one of these guys pop. We got Cedric Jackson, Keyshawn Smith, Ketron Jackson, Kyle Phillips, Colin Johnson, Zachary Franklin. The fuck are them guys? They might pop. I'm giving them a chance. I'll tell you that. But besides Jacoby Myers, we only got the productivity. And let me mind you guys, we can't say that Brock Bowers is a number one receiver because he plays tight end. We got to think that. We can line up anywhere he wants. But he's our tight end. If your tight end is your number one go-to guy, your offense is going to struggle a little bit. You got to get some outside guys or running game to help him out. And we had that. That's why Bowers got busy. Because of Jacoby. It works all together, people. So we got it. I know we're gonna say Brock Bowers is our number one, but shoot, all you gotta do is show up and side. Look what Asante Samuel Jr. did to Brock Bowers and shut him down. We lost the game because of that because we kept going to Jacoby, because if we didn't have a running game, can't expect Jacoby to catch 20 fucking passes with fucked up quarterback play too. That's why we need those guys. And then there's guys out there on free agency. There's Amari Cooper. I don't give a fuck if he was a Raider or not. I want all be all. I don't give a shit. There's Keelan Allen out there we're tied to. There's Gabe Davis out there, man. Just somebody that has a resume of catching a football and doing shit. These backups, we ain't got nothing. And we need to concentrate on that. Just the same thing with linebackers, too. I was hearing my boy Sportsman. You guys look at him. He was saying the same thing. Why aren't we getting guys? Why are we comfortable with this stuff right here? I understand what he's doing. I understand what he's building. But are we just saying, you know what? We're going to guide it through, make the Raider Nation happy, and then we're going to get the guys that we want. We want a 7th-round pick, Lindenberg, to be our starter. That's bad. That's not good. Unless he's doing some amazing shit. But we ain't hearing about it. Everybody's amazing right now, running in shorts and stuff. Everybody's balling out. Geno is ugly, a top 10 quarterback. He can't be here in 6 years. He's fresh at mobile. Matt Murdoch, you're right. You're correct. I don't know if he's going to be here that long. I think next year we're going to draft a quarterback. The stock of quarterbacks next year in college is better. Or we could get a free agent. We don't know yet. A young free agent. Got to been in the league 4 years, sat around a little bit, develop. Maybe come Chip Kelly will stick around. If Chip Kelly balls out this year, he's in a. You can't put down another head coaching job if you're Chip Kelly, even though he's an asshole, and even though he's a. There ain't not one coach that'll take the opportunity to be a head coach. I'll tell you that right now. Unless you've been in the league 40 years and you're just that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't. I'm at my time. Well, hey man, I'm a good running back coach. I could run your offense, but I ain't gonna be over here babysitting kids, talking to parents and shit. Hmm. We will have to wait and see how the season unfolds with that group of wide receivers. Yes, sir. Who do we have? That was Dark. Dark. I was kind of looking forward to seeing Jency in the backfield with his signature running back stance, but I guess Chip knows best. He does, bro. He does. Um, I'm with what Chip Kelly is trying to tell this guy, and I was, if it was a thing to where the running backs coach was telling Genty this, and we probably wouldn't have heard about it. We probably wouldn't have heard about it if the running back coach was talking to Genty about this. But when they picked him, it probably was a concern saying, "Hey, you got to change your stance right off the bat." That probably was one of the first things before he even said what's up when he walked into the complex Raiders. He probably said, "You're gonna change that stance, right?" And being that the offensive coordinator told him about it, it was important to the offense because besides Pete Carroll telling him you need to change that stance, that next in line was Chip Kelly. Because if Chip Kelly told him, that means Pete Carroll had a problem with it. It wouldn't been an issue if Pete Carroll didn't say, "You got to do that." And the thing is, with me, Dark, I, I'm I want my running back to be, set in his ways, but kind of uncomfortable, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but being I could get stopped at this, I need to adjust with this, like thinking quickly. But you got to see in the NFL that you got to explode faster than anybody else when you're getting the mesh, you're getting the ball. You got to be there. If you're standing there, you got to react. Your reaction is not going to be the same as you were if your knees were bent. And bringing up the defense in basketball shows it proves that point. So he can say what he wants to, and there are NFL players that do that now, but they're decorated and they do that because they're faster. Gibbs is faster than Genty. They know that Genty doing that won't be fast enough for the NFL. If you guys get what I'm saying. But he can make do with that. He can adjust to that. Cam Miller is in a developmental cornbreed as Tom Brady's seal of approval. I guess so. Even though he said that he wasn't involved in any of the draft, you know, um, he probably said that just to. He probably said that just to trip out the nation. But they got him for a reason. Rock got a question. What's up, Rock? How you doing? The pundits are saying improving Genty's stance will give him that half step that they may help and to make it and the safeties to read him. They're not going to be able to see him anyways, but if you get lower, they won't see you at all. You know, but you can see the defense. You can see what type of gaps that maybe you need to adjust on the fly, or the quarterback doesn't recognize where you're going, and you got to make an adjustment yourself. Take a step and go the other way. But when you're running the zone, your initial opening is going to be where they think it's going to be, and then, but something else in the backside will open up. That's usually what happens. Zone usually don't go to the perimeter unless it's there, but you're gonna have to cut it up back inside. It happens a lot, but just the initial step, the initial quickness of you exploding on your first step, it ain't gonna happen if you're standing straight up. The physics is not there. It ain't gonna be there unless you run for a flat 40 and you can just boom, take off like that, you know. But his speed is not elite like, you know, that to where he can make up for it. He could do it in college. You could do it against, you know, Fresno State and UNLV and shit like that. But you ain't gonna do that against these NFL defensive guys. You ain't gonna do that because these defensive end the NFL defensive linemen are running like the corners at Boise State or the safeties at Boise State. You got to take that in consideration. Hey, Matt Marinovich, Genty is 5'8". It doesn't matter what his stance. He is already low. He may need to stand up to see over the offensive line to see his defensive line. He's going to know play. He's going to know where he's going. The only thing he has to... I don't know if I could get a visual stuff, Matt, but I don't know if you coach or you do coach, but if you had a guy and you're trying to teach him how to stand like that, you can do it at Boise State, bro. And they could do it if you're fast like Gibbs. But you can't do it with the Genty because he's not fast enough. He's not fast enough to reclaim that explosion that he needs to have. So changing something is not do it on the fly. Do it right now, you know. But they're going to have problems with it. What's up, Omar? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here with Coach Gavin, man. You're always here with me. Good job, bro. Thank you. You know, it's not really a big issue. It's just a little half step. That means a lot, man. Football, they say, everybody says this stuff, but football is a game of inches. So if you lose that as a running back, you're already behind the line of scrimmage. And sometimes the distance varies. You know, you could be 5 yards back, 11 yards back, 7 yards back. You might as well give in a pistol. You're behind, you know, the quarterback when he's a shotgun. There could be that type of situation where you're behind him, you're in a pistol kind of, and the backfield. That's a long distance that you need to recover. You standing straight up, you ain't gonna make up that distance, and that distance could be made up like that if you're low. You're lower, they can't even see you better if you're 5'8". It doesn't matter if you're small standing up, they're gonna see you because they're supposed to be somewhere, and it's designed for that person to be there to stop what you do. So, you know, if I could convince you to do it, but people that are saying, nah, just leave him alone, he's good at that was at Boise State. We ain't talking about Boise State no more. I'm not saying that shit. I'm saying what you're gonna do in the pros and way, way faster, bro. 100% faster you're playing against the guys that'll get there. I don't care if you stand on your head as long as you get the northbound quick touchdown win game. Yeah. But you got to understand, he hate me. Thank you for being here, man. Sub the Coach Gravy Show, man. Much appreciated if you're already sub. Do it. Hit the like button. Give me and my partner some love. Red Nation Game 420 and what up, low? We all together, Red Nation Live. Give us some love, bro. But you can't say that. I don't care if you stand on your head. I don't care if you stand straight up. It matters. Why do you think all these other running backs do that shit? It's not because it's nature. Because they get off quicker. You can look up proper stance for a running back. They're gonna tell you either fullback or 3-point stand. Nowadays they, you know, tight ends, they go in the 2-point. Or they're doing the same thing. They're low. They're standing there. Stand up like that, and see what happens to you when you get the football at the line of scrimmage. See what happens to you. Mike Guerrero, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Thanks for being here this morning. It probably was a quick surprise. I had to do a pop-up show real quick. He hate me? Jason Downs changed name for a bit. Oh, he hate me as Jason Downs? What's up, Jason? Why'd you change your name? You got problems in YouTube already? That's not good, Jason Downs. You got problems with YouTube. People blocking you, man. You got that piano guy, that pest. You got that pest on your show? You don't come on my show. That fool, if he does, I don't acknowledge him. I don't acknowledge that fool. He's getting too much love already. But when he was on this, he was on But I think I was on. A homeboy got deep. They got deep with them in the chat. But they come on no more. We the people. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. My 2 cents, my buddy. What's up, man? Tyree Wilson. Mike, I know you watch. I know you watch the feeds that you get from Raider the some stuff, and you watch a couple of them videos. He was underneath the chute. If you guys know what the chute is, you got to get low. It makes the defensive lineman, offensive lineman get low while they're blocking people. So you even got to get low. You even got to get low when you block or pull, and you got to get low when you're rushing the pass. And the running back can't get low when he gets the football. God damn. I don't know why it don't make sense to people. But Tyree Wilson, on the get off, I've seen that. If you want to pay attention to it, he's number 9. He's the biggest defensive lineman out there. So his get off was, you hear the coach go like that, and his get off was right on point. Is he doing something that we don't know about? You said surprise 10 sacks. I don't know if you were lying about it, but I think about half that will be a very good season for Tyree Wilson. And he does things too, like stop the run, or he's good at that. Getting pressure. We brag about Max Crosby getting pressures. But I want sacks from Max Crosby because you're making $160 million now, bro. It's time for you to sack the quarterback. I don't want you to pressure the fucking quarterback because you get pressures even when the ball gets completed. You're just rushing. You're rushing a quarterback to make a throw. But was it a turnover? Did you cause a turnover? Did you cause a fumble? What did you do? But a lot of pressures, and I can't count every freaking pressure that Max Crosby had. That's good. You did a pressure. You rushed the quarterback to make a bad decision. Is that what you did? Because the stat is inconclusive to me because the dude could have pleaded a ball and got a first down, but you get a pressure. It could have been a tip ball and they got it. His get off improves last season. His get off was shitty last season, not to where I wanted it at, but this time getting off in the chute, he had a couple of reps in there, but what I've seen, the minimal reps that I've seen, his get off was good. So I'm not pumping the dude up. I'm getting all excited, saying he's gonna do this and that, But I think around maybe 5, 6, I'll be impressed with it. If you're getting there before a number 7, 8, 7 pick 9. Still not up to par with it. Seven sacks, but overall, he's going to be more than a disruptor and help Max and Kuntz. That's what he needs to do. I'm done with this defensive end shit because that's not what he is. His get off is he can't make that up. He can't make up that speed that Kuntz has and what Max has. Doesn't have the motor. He falls down. He's not real quick. I don't know. He's just so big and massive that you gotta have to do it. I've always said that about Tyree Wilson. As much as I don't like him, I don't even call him his name. I say number 9. But what I'm saying, he looked like he got better. I think it looks like he got better. 7 sacks, lunches, and a microphone. Yeah. My 2 cents is a fan of. Let's see what Omar got to say. My boy Omar in the house. I think this is being overlooked. It's a game of inches, but Genty has more than enough talent to make up some minor adjustments without big ramifications of his game. You're semi-right, Omar. I agree with you. It is a game of inches. But can he make up? Look, the thing is that I'm a running back coach, dude. And I've been teaching people to get low my whole life. 28 years I've been coaching. Running backs are taught to do that. So if you got a special guy that could do things on his own, then fine. But you're not the the quality of player that you're looking at is not Boise State, bro. You're not going against New Mexico State with that quickness and that defensive line stuff. Every defensive lineman in the NFL is fast, quick. Linebackers are quick. They're gonna get there. So the less space that it takes, the more space it takes you to get to a certain place, bro. It's gonna be a detriment to you in your play. It's gonna be, if you understand what I mean. And you have to get the ball. You have to get low to get the ball because the quarterback is not just standing straight up handing you the ball. He's going to get low to give it to you, and then because he has to make a deception to the, his back is probably to the defense. Isn't that the, unless you're getting the ball straight up the fucking gut. But we got to think that if we run do zone, the offensive line is going to be moving. So if you're standing straight up looking at your offensive line already, you know, first you're going to get the ball, right? That's the main concern, is not fumbling that snap, but you're going to get the ball. Then your vision has to look. If you're standing straight up, everybody's going to see you and they're going to know what you're doing. If you stay low and you're underneath that offensive line, I don't give a fuck if you're 5'8". Get 5'5", so no one can see you. You understand what I mean? They standing up there where they standing up because they don't have like a, they're not in the mesh. They're not in the pursuit angles. They're just gone. And then that's when you speak. That's when you can stand up and do your running motion because you're comfortable with that. But inside the tackles and inside where the line of scrimmage is, you got to get low, bro. That's just football. That's the way it's always been. We can't make an exception because of fucking Genty. That's Raider Nation. That's why we gotta make. Why I gotta do this? It's gonna mess up his game. If it does, then they'll fix it. He'll go back to what he's doing. It's not a big issue. I'm just telling you what football is. Regardless of the stance, he's going to be in the league. Nah, he needs to do. He needs to run the football right. That's the first thing. We just can't let these guys go with bad habits. That's a bad habit that he has, bro. He balled out with it, but now it's against New Mexico State. Now it's against Fresno State and all that. He did that against Penn State. He got shut down. He got 100 yards, but he got shut down because that's all they had was Genty. They have nothing else. And they're the worst defense in the NFL is better than Penn State. So I don't even know why it's an issue. You put Gravy in there, he will send him out. Yeah. So we bring it up to bed. He's got patience. We the people, patience. And how long ago was that? That was his own. He waited for a hole to open up, but that Pittsburgh team, that Pittsburgh offensive line, that's what he. Everybody said he was very patient. So that's different. That's different, bro. We got that bell. But did he? But okay. But was he standing straight up when he before he got the ball? No, he wasn't. I got nothing against my town, bro. That's me. But that team would have beat Fresno State. They didn't play each other that year. But when that Janty was there, I seen Janty's junior year when they played Fresno State. Fucked us up. Janty balled out his junior year too. Just not as good as his. That's true. Henry does, but Aston Genty is not Henry. And Henry, I don't know. I think he's faster than Genty. So, and they don't do zone most of the time. A power offensive line, so he could make the just. It's the way the offensive line is moving with the people. Go look up zone. though, like RPO. There's a difference between RPO and zone read blocking. Different, but you got to look at what the offensive line does, and you got to be low to see that and open up and go. But Henry is just there. He's a big dude. He ain't hard to find, right? He's 6'2", and even though he gets low, you're still gonna see him. It's not a diversion where you can't see the guy. It's just the proper way to get the football. Stand up, okay? A little Genty stands up and gets the ball at the line of scrimmage and gets hit. He's gonna be a fumbler. I can guarantee you that. And then we're gonna get all pissed off. Why is he standing up like that? Now I'm gonna tell you. I told you so. But the Genty ain't them dudes. Two guys in the whole, two guys out of the whole NFL ever doing that, and then those are Pro Bowl players. Henry's faster than Genty. They get me mad. And if it does that, Mike, if it does that, then it's not really a big issue. We're saying what if, what if, what if. Well, what if Genty don't do shit for the? What are we gonna say? Genty didn't have a good year because we changed his stance. You know what I mean? That's superstition. And you know what? Derrick Henry and Le'Veon Bell then could do that because they were productive. This dude ain't did shit in the NFL. And he has to do it for this offense. So fuck it. You got to do it. He don't get an exception because he was our number one pick and he did this and that in fucking college. Fuck that. He's 0 yards, 0 touchdowns, zero respect from any of that shit right now. Frank Gore is balling out. He balled out in Miami. But he did that in college, man. Like I said, nobody gives a shit about college with the people. We can argue about this all day, bro. It's just sometimes, bro, it's just football. And people, you can make exceptions for certain people. But hey, if Janty balls out, gets 16, 1,700 yards just by standing straight up, then fucking don't fuck with him. But right now, can make some adjustments and tinker it. How do we know just isn't a hey, try this out type basis? How do we know we're saying we're just making a big issue about it? You know, that's what we're doing. But I'm gonna tell you what I think, and you have a right to think what you want. You know, don't fix it what ain't broken. That's fine, but it's a lazy way. It's a lazy way to be that way. It's lazy. It looks lazy. So if they can make an exception and say, "Hey, he can do that," they're fine. If he has the explosion and it doesn't factor anything, they're gonna check it out. Get low, stand the way you are, and we're gonna see. That's probably what they're doing. So they're just trying it out, probably. A lot of people stood straight up in college and then made the adjustment and play better too. It works both ways. In the words of the Black Jet, this is football. We'll drop the guy that can't take it. Yeah. That's the main concern. How many yards you're gonna get? Huh? You know, how many yards you're gonna get? But if you don't get there quick, they're gonna get you. And we'll tell the difference. We'll tell the difference, people. Now, one thing I want to talk about before I forget was that we got a. If you guys agree with me, we got a linebacker problem in my view. We got a linebacker problem in my view. It is proven, but he just needs to prove exactly. That's what I mean with the people. That's what I just finished saying. Do you believe in the right side of it? I'll tell you right now, Mike. What do you have? And then I'll get to you, OJ, in a little bit. Okay, here's our offensive line as of today. What's up over there? We got a left tackle. You said right guard. Ooh, shit. Damn. That don't look good to me. But we at our right guard, number one, they got Dylan Parham on our roster starting. And they have DJ Glaze at right tackle. So to be honest with you, I'm not happy with that. But right behind Parham is Alex Capel. Ketta Rogers is a left guard. Charles Grant is backing up Colton Miller. So to answer your question, I'm not. With the people like Devin White. I do. I do too. But I think it would get better. But I don't like our right side of the line. I would be honest with you with Parham in there. I think Rogers would be around there. Maybe Kappa could prove his point. But if we were starting right now with Jordan Meredith at left guard starting, I think Rogers will take that over eventually. I'm cool with Meredith there. I'm cool with Meredith there. Colton Miller's at the left tackle, obviously, but I don't know about that Parham at right guard starting out. Maybe Kappa could take that over. I just want the dude to score touchdowns and be successful. Could get over 1,000 yards with his average. It's not hard to get a foul. It is, but for him, I don't think it'll be tough to get 1,000 yards, Omar. But I think he's going to pan out for us. He's going to do more than we had four guys do last year. I'll tell you that. I expect him to. I'm not going to put too much pressure on the dude. We're going to have a running game next year, my boy. And I'll be happy with that because we didn't have shit. He's going to do better than what we had last year. He hit 21 miles an hour 4 times that year, more than Jeremiah Smith, wide receiver Ohio State, Jalen Monroe in Alabama. Hitting the high at 21. That's a hell of fast. It's quick. Quick guy. You can get there, bro. We ain't going to have a problem against snatch. We don't have a problem with the snatch. That offensive line, number ones or whatever is I guess just OTA, and I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that Parham being in there. We rolling out with Bennett and our way, and it looks like we got Stokes out there, bro. Derek Stokes at right corner. Eichenberg is a Sam right now by himself. Ain't nobody. Atlanta Smith is the Mike. Cody Lindenberg right behind him. He's ahead of Jalen Smith. Amari Gaynor backing up Devin White. So that's your linebacking core right there. You got three linebackers, but they have Darnay Holmes as a nickel. So Eric Stokes, right cornerback. Jacorian Bennett, Decam behind him. Darian Porter at the right cornerback behind Eric Stokes. Chin is safe, strong safety. Free safety is Palomino. That's what I expected. But Lonnie Johnson is behind Jeremy Chin. Decam behind Jacorian. That's what I expected. That's our cornerback proposition for right now for the rosters. Not the roster, but the depth chart so far. That's good right there with the people. I'm cool with that. That'll be good for him. As a touchdowns too. I want a lot of touchdowns. Even low gets low on them tortas. Yeah, it's torta physics. There you go, Rod. Torta physics. Let's see what you got here, Omar. Omar Gods at linebacker. Linebacker depth. Lenny Roberts, Lenneberg right behind him. Sam, Tommy Eichenberg is there. There ain't no one behind him. Devin White, Amari Gainer. I'm surprised that Jalen Smith is third. He probably ain't participating right now. So, I don't know. That just seems iffy to me too. There, I don't like that depth. I don't like it. Oh, we said that already, bro. He's hella fast. Yeah. I still like you like Parham, huh? With the people. Yeah, Mike, there is gonna be, but I tell you this, bro. You know we're such on a budget right now, bro. There's Kazir White out there, you know. Although Kazir White's a free agent right now, he's not a real good cover guy. He's very Kazir White. I remember him, bro, and he's like didn't pan out to what he wanted to be, and I don't want a guy like that, but he's the best one out there. Pyro's in the house. What's up, Pyro? Hey Jeff, how you doing, man? Good to see you yesterday. I was involved in the stuff. I said, "What's up to you guys?" Good show you had yesterday. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Hey, Lowe's in here. I didn't see Lowe. I passed him up. I passed up Lowe. Let me see. Where's he at? Lowe's in here. What's up, man? Are you just doing that to me, Mike? I don't got the chat just fly by me. Got 20 people up in here. What up, Anthony Estrada, man? Thanks for being here with Coach Gravy Show, man. How you doing, bro? Big ups. Big ups to you. Matt Marinovich said, our problem on the offensive line last year was James and Getsy. We got better at getting rid of them. Oh, yeah, offensive coordinator was way better than Getsy. I felt like I feel that sneaky good linebacker room. You got to convince me, Omar. You have to convince me, my boy. I don't like it. I think there'll be going to be two linebackers out there, but I think the all ball out will be Ed Eichenberg. But if he steps up this guy, I want him to be better. I'm just not with the free agent what we got. I'm not with it. Lateral moves at linebackers is important, bro. Coach, y'all start can't win. What you talking about, Estrada? As far as me coaching, I got to take a year off, bro. Got to take a year off so I get better. Can't run around with them kids right now, bro. I like to be involved, and I can't do it this year. But if you got any questions, bro, was it you that was saying they needed some help? Or I think it was Anthony. Was it you or Provencio? I think. Now, if you got anything, bro, I help you. I'm an offensive guy. I know defense too. So, if you need any help, bro. But if you want to, a Raiders camp is already going. And then they'll start in July. I got JT 1,000, 1,200 yards, 6, 7. That's great. We the people, that's great. For adequate rookie season right there for me. A little bit more touchdowns I want, though. I want 10 at least. Get in the red zone to do something. Argue, what's up, man? Thank you for being here with Coach Gravy Show. How you doing? He says there's a reason why we didn't take a linebacker high in the draft this year. We got one of the 7 cost lucky special teams, or might not. We make the team. Next year's draft is stacked with linebackers. Are they putting themselves in that situation? If they put themselves in that situation, I would like better names. I want better people. We just got a bunch of run stuffers. So we're going to stop the run. But if that's a problem, damn. Mikey said, my Guerrero says he feels that Michael Myers is going to break loose. I hope so, man. because I feel his he had predicaments in football. I don't think they were football related, but I questioned his love of the game. But he had more personal things to think about. I ain't gonna get into that. It's none of my business, none of our business. So he gets his shit straight. He's out there. It looks like he's working because I see him catching balls and running good routes and running crisp routes. He got it. Solid when it comes to run blocking. We're gonna run the football there. That might matter. Got this back making free agent years back, Junior. I believe from the Rams, and it didn't work out. I trust that we didn't break the bank for the linebackers. Let's go. Yeah, we didn't break the bank. You got that right. We didn't break the bank on none of these guys. But none of these guys were proven. The thing I had with Roberts is that Roberts and the guy that we lost, Spillane, he made a lot of money, but I would have matched that because he was productive. Aladdin Roberts wasn't productive. We like Aladdin Roberts, and believe you me, I haven't seen the guy. I'm probably going to end up liking the dude because he hits. But just because you hit people doesn't mean you stop people. And the amount of plays that he played were just in the situational type game. He stops the run. But in passing situations, he's not in there. They take him out the game. They don't even leave him in there to be cover. They take him out. He played half the snaps that Spillane did in 1 year. Okay. And Littleton, all them guys on the Rams, they benefited from Donald, bro. Corey Littleton benefited from Aaron Donald. I thought we should have got a linebacker kind of high, you know what I mean? Yeah, but the seventh round, what production are you gonna get from this guy? Look like this guy's he's back there, but you're good enough for the Raiders and what we want, you're still back there. You got to work your way up. But I like to see Eichenberg in there. I would like to see that. It's a future. These are Landon Roberts and Devin White. They're gonna be there long. So where's the guy? Mike linebacker should be one of the top dogs in your damn the defense. That or your safety. Yo, Gravy, do stogies expire? I got one a couple years back from Colombia, but I never smoked one. But you make me want to light meet one up. Not that one, bro. You got to get it rehydrated. You got to get it rehydrated, or there's ways to do that. Look it up. Look it up, bro. You got a humidor at your house, or you can take it to a shop. But if it's a couple years ago, dry it out. Might not taste good. But Colombia makes good leaves. Probably it was a good cigar. But go to a shop, man. You feel like smoking one, go to a shop, go to a cigar shop and tell them, hey, there's cheap cigars out there that are good. The one I got is probably around $12. Good leaf. It's from Nicaragua. It's good. It's good for the morning. I got back to it, man. It hurt me the most when I couldn't smoke. I've been smoking 30 years. Michael is more of a traditional tight end. If he works well on his blocking, he'll still be available. He's always been a good blocker, but the thing about Michael Mayer is so big and he can catch the ball and run. So that's what makes him special. Damn good football player, man. You can't let a guy. I don't know why they were saying trading him. You have a good day, bro. Happy birthday too to you and your wife, man. You wife see the picture. Congratulations on your grandchild, man. Way to go, bro. Grandpas are the best. So I'm a grandfather, and I've been married a long time too. So much love, Jeff. Always, bro. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. Who's C-Lab Rogers? Oh, that's the offensive lineman? I think he's in a push. I think Caleb Roberts is backing up Jordan Meredith. Can he push Jordan Meredith? I think he's a better athlete, but he has to get it in there. I like that he's number two. He's pushing Meredith, and I think they might start out with Meredith because he knows more. And Meredith's a pretty good athlete. He can get around. But I think eventually, Mike, you'll get your wish, and Rogers will be in there because I'm excited about him. I'm excited about both those guys, and both those guys are number twos. Both of those guys are number twos already, and I think that's why we're in the negotiation process. Uh, we're in a negotiation process with with Miller, and I think it's affecting that because we picked these two guys, and then receiver, the receivers we got, and with the two offensive linemen that we got, and then Miller might be on his little way out, man. The guy kind of guiding him. Hey, we're gonna give you 1 year, maybe two, this price, and we got your backup waiting. Kinda. I hate to say that about Miller because I love the dude, but Redder Weber, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Thank you for being here. We need Big Mike in this offense. The Raiders will be in 12 personnel a lot, and that's where he shines. 12 personnel is where we got to have a formation for that, and then got two tight ends in there. But what it looks like is with Chip, he does a lot of 12 personnel, but they do different things. One blocks and one goes out. But he might do with those two athletic guys, and Michael Myers is an athlete. He's not no pushover guy, slow guy. He's slower than Bowers, but he can get out there too. He can catch a football. That's why he got picked high. It's not because he blocks well. You got to block well, but you got to catch the ball too, because tight ends are doing that now. He's not your typical tight end you see now, but he's that. He's good for your team. Yeah, cigar joint. We the people. Was about to mention how Nicaragua has good tobacco. I think Nicaragua goes tobacco. They got. I don't know what it is, bro, but it says it's from Nicaragua. I smoke different kinds: Nicaragua, Panama, you know, Honduras. Honduras makes good cigars. Even Mexico. One of the best cigars. I was saying this in Bakersfield. One of the best cigars I've had. They're from Mexico. It was called the Cheap Bastard. That's what it was called, but in Spanish. You want to abbreviate Cheap Bastard, then you guys could do it. But the cigar wasn't cheap. They got different boxes. They got their low budget ones, and then they have their. But it's called Cheap Bastard. Look it up. You can look it up, Cheap Bastard brand, and you can get it inside of a box. Probably pretty cheap. Probably about $80. 24 cigar. But yeah, hey guys, we got a player. There's been a guy. Where's my info at? Okay. And we got rid of a guy that we just got in free agency. Where's it at? What I have it? And I was looking at this. I was looking at him. And Michael Bennett is a seventh round pick for the Carolina Panthers. Why don't why don't we get why don't we just go out and get Kazir White, somebody that's this guy has done nothing but play special teams. Maybe we have a special team problem. And I don't understand why is that we have a problem. To me, we have a problem in that area. It's crazy. And then we don't get there's not a lot of linebackers in free agency that could do things, but we got rid of we just inherited this guy Steiner, and then we get rid of him and get this guy Michael Bennett. The 240th overall pick, 2023. Played for Carolina. He also went to the Seattle. Like year by year, he's going different places. He had pickup stints at Cleveland and the Green Bay. He's been on 4 teams in 2 freaking years. Natural Born Raider podcast. What's up? How you doing, Dirty? It's days hot out here. It's getting hotter. Thank you for being here with me, man. Checking in. Pax and Pearl cigars are the ones I tried. Not easy to get a hold of. Basically, always sold out. Paxton, never heard of those. Got to be. I smoke a lot of Maduros, bro. You know, Maduros are the darker leaves. The darker leaves. Bro, concentrate leaf. I used to smoke cognac lace, but those are really good. I used to smoke cognac lace, but I'm sober now, so that'll affect you. I've tried this backwoods stuff with tree. There you go, trap god. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But backwoods is gonna get your mouth all hot and your lips black, and you won't probably be talking with a lot of bass in your voice in about 20 years. There you go. They have a white box and a black box. These are black box are those ones you like. It's Maduro. You guys gotta look and see if it's Maduro. It's good talking with the people. You do cigar survive. Get at it. Backwoods got too much flavoring. I ain't with all that different flavor shit. I never did, never liked it. Just the basic Ghost cigar. But back in the days when I used to drink, I was smoking menthols and shit. But Cali, man, it's just you can't have no none of that stuff. Jack Canna, my boy, how's it doing, man? How you and your tall ass doing this morning? Jack Kenner's a tall dude, man. He doesn't look like he does when he's sitting down over there. We said, little brother, what's up? My boy, Ray Twine, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Just popping in for a minute, saying what's up. I hope you're blessed today. Hope you have a wonderful, blessed day. The rest of your day goes by well. I will admit the banana backwoods when I go them when I smoke them was good. I like no flavor, bro. I like the tobacco flavor. So that's maybe coffee, but it gotta be real light. But I like the cognac lace. It was good. Cognac lace, no problem. But what we think about this Barrett pickup? We have him in a mix anywhere, and why are we doing it? Why we getting rid of line? Why is this going like that? Special teams it could be. It says he's a good special teams player. I just don't understand why we don't address this position. And he said we got a problem at corner, and we could, we got Rasul Douglas out there, we got Asante Samuel Jr. out there. Why aren't we addressing this stuff? It could be June 1st because that's when I think these free agents are going to get picked up after that because you start OTAs. But some of these free agents are not participating just for that. They're doing the Aaron Rodgers shit. I don't need to be, to something. Aaron Rodgers can't cover up the way he is and then not go to OTAs. He's going to go to a different team regardless, or he could retire. But people are saying, oh, Aaron Rodgers don't need OTAs. It hasn't been OTAs a long time, and it fucking shows now. It shows. I don't care how much you take care of your body. If you don't get calloused, getting ready for football, you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna get hurt, and you're gonna get blown up. That's the way it is. You see, like when we have our preseason games, I expect Aston Jensen to get in there and run a couple series each game to see what he got. You got to get calloused up. You got to get hit. Got to get hit and see what's up. Welcome to the NFL, boy. You need that one hit that's gonna make your ass realize I'm here. That's what I believe in. That's my philosophy. Put his ass out there, let him get hit. No matter if it's a because all them dudes want jobs and they're gonna sell out to get you. So I would rather you get hit by a guy like that than a guy that already has a job and not playing. Because the superstars don't play. But these dudes that want jobs, they want to get paid NFL money, they're gonna sell out and try to get your ass. Like that, I really enjoy that the Raiders are gonna be practicing against the 49ers. Instant bad taste in your mouth when you go in there, and then instant Bay Area problems, but that's long and gone now, but still the rivalry is still there. Raiders 49ers are still gonna be there. Always. And against that dude, you already instilled in your brain that you don't like that. You're a Raider, man. You're not supposed to like the 49ers. Can't wait for that. I might go see that shit. Tell you the truth. The tickets are cheap. You guys want well, I don't know. I don't know if it's home or away, but shit, the Bay's not that far from here. But it's not even a Bay. I think Santa Clara's a Bay, but they're not playing fucking San Francisco. Play Santa Clara. This San Jose and shit. You don't see no fucking ocean. You don't see the city of San Francisco. You're in San Jose. But you know what's crazy? How they show the Bay Bridge and the skyline of San Francisco and fucking Alcatraz and shit. You don't even play over there. It's fucked up. And then they talk shit because they win. And I win it last year. I don't know how they're gonna do. They ain't gonna be able to get all these. They let all these players go to pay this dude. I don't know. I'm debating on getting them on fantasy, but I don't know. He might be sneaky wide receiver quarterback tandem right there. Sneaky. But I don't think I'm going to do it so I can say it. I can say it. We the people. Are you guys still talking about? My boy Red Twan says San Jose don't claim the Niners. I'm gonna be talking about it probably early August, bro. Late July. See if you guys want to get in. I run my own one, the Holler Squad, and Low was a mastermind of the Raider Nation Live one, but I just ran it. I was the commissioner of that league. But I would probably do it again. But the Holler Squad League is a good league. That's my league. I pump them both up. We gotta talk about you. If you good fantasy player, you're looking at that shit right now. They got mock drafts for fantasy league. If you guys don't know that, if you play fantasy Yahoo, then you can do a mock draft and pick the players you want. And I got Genty up there, top pick. Bowers is the top pick. San Jose got an airport. San Jose is bigger than Fresno, but Oakland ain't bigger than Fresno. Sacramento's not bigger than Fresno, but San Jose is bigger than Fresno. 55 miles from yeah, but you call it. You're in a different city, bro. And I know a lot of teams don't play. They call Dallas Cowboys, but they play at a different city. But people don't say shit about that. When they play in Arlington or something like that, they'll call them the Arlington Cowboys. The fuck you not in Dallas? That's a tradition, bro. I'm old school. I'm traditional. I'm traditional, fucking disciplined. I stick to what I say and stick to what I do. Sometimes I'm so disciplined, bro. People think I'm crazy and shit. Yes, sir. I'm planning on going to the Dallas game. I'm planning on. I'm looking at that home opener. A lot of people want to go to that. A lot of people I know from content creators and stuff like that. And it's a mission, bro. Because I gotta think about. See, I could think open mindedly, but bro, I just got off a major surgery, and I gotta think about if I do a bunch of shit, it's not good for me. So I'm a. I gotta. I gotta go protect myself from myself. You know what I'm saying? But I'm planning on going to a couple. I go to the Charger game in LA. Radio Nation Live frequently goes to that game, and it's a that's a good. As long as it ain't during the time it was the first game of the season last year. It was miserable. Bro. That was a miserable day. I walked fucking 30,000 steps that day. It fucking sucked, and I was still sick. Robert Pena, what's up, man? Thank you for being here with Coach Gravy, bro. Health is wealth, yes, sir. So I might take, I'm not coaching this year, and I'm not, you know, the getting around. I want to do it, but kind of my wife and my kids put me in check. They put me in check real good. Well, what's up with the 30 people in here, man? Let me know what's up, man. How you guys feel right now? You guys can get on YouTube and watch what OTAs are talking about. You can sit there and see some videos of guys practicing, doing drills and doing the drills and stuff, and it's dope, man. Are you saying everybody's here, bro? Like Gabe and I know what you're doing because I don't see Gabe in here. Because Gabe will be on the show. You're doing that, huh? Yeah, he was talking about it last night on his show. He wants some Dallas Cowboy tickets. I didn't even get involved in that stuff, but I should have. It was so popping over there, though. It was so popping in, uh, in Bakersfield, man. We were just lighting everybody up. I was out there bullshitting, smoking cigars with people, meeting people. People telling me hi and stuff. So it was cool. Didn't really couldn't do everything. Yeah, but Jamar Chase is probably the number one for what I see. He's the number one pick, and then you got to match him up with somebody, man, to be a good fantasy player. You can't just get any quarterback to be. What? I'm not gonna say my secrets. Dude. It's good to have a tandem. It's good to get somebody partner up with it. But Jamal Chase will probably be the first pick in the draft. Him and B. John, Gibbs, whoever scores touchdowns, bro, and he does that. I'll get out of here and tell that when Harvard became Chargers head coach, he said he wasn't going to turn that thing around year one. But Carroll came in the media saying he's going to take him a couple years. I didn't see it that way. I think Carroll said this ain't no long term shit. Your lip is turning black. Yes, sir, OG. Oh my gravy, you missed out on the after party. That was also a blast. I seen the camera though, man. Low one to leave. We gotta go back to Fresno, bro. What up, bro? How you doing? My boy Omar. Jamar Chase going up against some of the best cornerbacks in the league every other game. But the thing is, he's Jamar Chase and he'll ball on their ass too. Continuously does it. He's a top 3 pick every year, bro. Since he's been here. Leaky, what's up, man? Thank you for being here with us. Great, man. Got 30 people in here, man. From when I started on a pop-up show, I was gonna finish the stogie and talk ball with you guys. That's how I usually end the show. But right off the bat, there wasn't really, I was encouraging people to go on the YouTube and check out the go on the Raider site and check out all the information. Other people are biting off that, but you guys can see how the camp is going right now, and who you guys see that's improving. I mentioned earlier that I didn't, that Tyree Wilson looked like his get off got to get a little better underneath that shoe. It got better. I'm done with this dude being a defensive. I mean, being a defensive end. Maybe in certain situations, and I don't. I see him probably getting improving at it. I'm done with this little injury bullshit. The time that we giving him for being that high of a pick. I'm not with that. I'm not with this uh, give him a chance. This is really his second year bullshit. I'm not with that. And I don't want to be saying that with Wilkins. That I'm already hearing it. Oh, he only played 5 games last year. He ain't what he used to be. Fuck that. Fuck that. Dude, you get $100-something million. Either overcome it or just say you're hurt so we can be prepared to say we made a bad move. Dude got hurt doing something stupid. And he deserves the criticism that we give him. And I don't know why we're not saying that, but he got hurt doing something fucking stupid, and he didn't make the play, and he took him out for the season, and he's getting paid a lot of money. The dude didn't produce, so why did you do that shit for one? And we can't. We're not going to give you any excuse. I'm not giving you an excuse. Maybe everybody else is because I'm already hearing it. He only played 5 games, baby. Give him another shot. The injury takes a while to heal and all that. Fuck that. Dude, you're getting paid $100-something million. Dude, you shouldn't be doing shit like that for one. That's $120-something million investment. $100 million investment. Why you jumping around fucking 6'4" fucking motherfuckers because he got a pressure or a sack? Good athleticism, but you fuck yourself up. It's unacceptable. Why are we saying, why are you doing this shit? He knows now. I seen that too. I seen that, bro. Max Crosby was talking about Carter when you watch that show. When you watch that show with Matt Crosby, I got the sense that he wanted Carter. Fuck, he didn't want Tyree. I expect that from Tyree, Mike. I don't know if you're bullshitting or not, but you've been saying that consistently that you expect him to have a good year this year. But you were saying that last year too. He improved last year, but his get off was shit. So just keep him at tackle. They dummied him down to tackle, but he doesn't look as big. He's a big dude, anyways, but he doesn't look super as. He makes Jack Kenner look like a cheetah. Yes, sir. Good to see everybody, man. Thank you for being here with Coach Brady. Well, hey guys, that's about half the. That's all about what I wanted to talk about. You know, me and the wife, we got to get back to go see what we were doing earlier because kind of got to reject it, but Darius Feely, who's that trap guy? I don't know who that is. We didn't get rejected, but we kind of got told now they're not ready to be seen. So I got to go see my sister-in-law. She's in the hospital. We'll check her out. But I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here with me. A pop-up show real quick to have a stogie. And I appreciate everybody. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day. Stay cool wherever you're at. If it's a nice day, you go out there and get some sun. Tell your kids to go out there and play if they're out of school yet, or if they're just bring that back. Bring that back when your kids go out there and play some football, ride their bikes, and be careful because there's bad people out there. But now I understand why they're inside. I understand why parents keep their kids inside now because there's some weirdos out there. Get at me, man. I want to push my studio. Thank you, man. I want to push my things up. I don't really get on that part of it, but hey, you're gonna watch it every time with Ray Nation Live. We spread it out. I just started. I really didn't know how many subscribers I had, but it's moving up now that I'm doing these. So hey, you guys like my game, man. Sometimes I'm more into it than others. But how about Gabe too? Gabe's been in this game for a long time, and he doesn't really concentrate on his show as far as Radio Nation Live, but support him too. What up, Low too? Get on his show. But we're all Radio Nation Live. So you can sub to that and ours. You'll see the same thing. You can go. You get a notification from my show. You go watch Radio Nation Live. You go watch Gabe. You can see everything. So each of us have a show, and if Gabe wants to have a wake and bake in the morning, you'll see it on my show. You can watch Gabe. You can do whatever. So that's the way we have it. So check it out, man. Stay with us. Always watch us. You guys will see the post. Hit the notifications when Radio Nation Live comes up. We'll probably have a show on Sunday, maybe this weekend, maybe tomorrow. See what's up. But you can. I gotta see tomorrow, but pay attention. I'll make sure if I do have a show tomorrow, I'm gonna make sure I do it earlier, so this is not a pop up. Because it didn't take that long for you guys to be with me, but we bumped up real quick. So I want you guys to hit your notifications when Gravy comes up. Check it out. Salute. Tony Sheffield. Thank you for coming on, man. I'm about to bounce right now. Because I got shit to do in the afternoon. And I hope all you guys have a prosperous, great rest of the day. Peace out, Radio Nation. Much love.